Hello everybody, my name is Jihan and welcome to my kitchen, and I will be making blueberry jam. I already pre-washed the blueberries. I'm using fresh in season blueberries, and the quantity of the jam that I will be making, it go back to you guys. So far I'm using 7-8 cups of fresh blueberries. I lost track of how many cups I added, but I also have my son on the side, so he always helped me with that. And again, I'm using fresh blueberries in season, so they are very sweet. So it doesn't really require, tons of sugar. And I will be using also fresh lemon juice that will keep the jam fresh, and as well preserve well, last longer for many months. Okay, again, I'm using white sugar. Probably I'll be using 2.5 cups of white sugar, but you could reduce that. It depends how sweet and tart the blueberry that you will be using. Okay. Fresh blueberry is always very sweet in season, so just be careful when you are using sugar. Okay. So this is 2.5 cups, and I use almost 8 cups of fresh blueberries. Okay, but you could reduce the sugar or the blueberry. The quantity always go back to you guys. Please always wash your hands, clean the surface when you are cooking. I always sanitize the surface, always clean. And as well, I'm using pectin. Pectin is food preserve, and this kind is that I'm using is really doesn't have any gelatin or anything. It's just keep the food, the jam, fresh and last longer. So and I'm using also the liquid kind, and there's also liquid or powder pectin kinds. I'm using today the liquid kind, and about probably a tablespoon of pectin I'm using. And you can order it online, or you can find it at the store. I bought it from the store, but certainly you can order it online. And then I'll mix it well. I'll mix the blueberry, the sugar, the pectin, and if you hear a lot of noise, it's just I am surrounded by people, so excuse me. And mix it well, cover it, and leave it overnight. And the cooking process will start tomorrow. Homemade jam is the best thing you will have, really. It's so good. If you may start making your own homemade jam, you will never buy jam ever from the store. And I've been making jams, all kind of jams, for more than 20 years. So I'll cover it, leave it in a cool place on the counter, and I will start cooking process tomorrow. Tomorrow anytime, really, but leave it overnight. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow, and I will make my homemade blueberry jam. All right, thank you. Hello everybody, my name is Jihan and welcome to my kitchen, and I am making blueberry jam. So yesterday I marinate basically the blueberries with of course some the fresh blueberries that I'm using, and sugar and pectin and fresh lemon juice. So I left it overnight, and as you can see, the juice of fresh blueberry and the sugar came together, and that's what we need. Okay, hold on, I'll show you what I made. Okay, this is the juice of blueberry and the sugar melt together. I did not cook it, just basically left it in the kitchen overnight. And right now I'm gonna cook the blueberry for about an hour. Any top foam on the top, I have to scoop it out and toss it away. From time to time, I will mix it. And it's gonna cook for an hour on a low medium heat. And again, just keep an eye on the pot of the jam, okay? But again, you just basically go from time to time to stir it so it doesn't burn, okay? And make sure you watch the full recipe step by step so you'll be able to make your own homemade jam. I'm also working on cherry jam. So, but right now, my focus on the blueberry. I will see you in about an hour. Welcome back, you guys. Okay, so it's been an hour and 10 minutes. And as you can see, the jam has reduced really half of the quantity that I made earlier. So the blueberry cooked completely. And before I forget, if you don't have mason jars, the mason jars, I don't know if everybody has them. It's airtight jars. If you don't have them, please find yourself an airtight any jar, okay? Okay? This is what it looked like. I already washed them and dried them completely. Make sure you wash them and dry them. Alright? And this is what a mason jar look like. It comes like that, okay? And they're all here. In America, we have them in basically in every store, okay? So the jam is cooked. I'm gonna be put them in a mason jar or any airtight jar. The reason behind this, because when you put them in an airtight jar, they will last longer in the jar, okay? Up to 6 months, up to a year. If you find the right place to store them, the right jar to store them in, they will last between 6 to 12 months, okay? I tried them before. All right, so I'll come back to you guys. Let me finish. I'll put everything in the jar and I'll come back to you and see you in a few minutes. Okay, you guys, welcome back. So as you can see, as soon as I put in the jam inside the jars, I close the jars and they should be good. I'll store them in a cool area. Don't put them in the fridge and don't put them in a direct heat or anything, just in a cool, comfortable area. And that will last you 3, 6, up to a year, months, okay? It's very easy and delicious homemade jam. Learn to make these kind of jams as I share my recipes with all of you guys. They're very simple, but there are steps for each recipe for you guys to follow, okay? Nothing tastes better than homemade jam in the morning with toasted bagel or bread and with butter. Believe me, if you start making your own homemade jam, you will never buy the store-bought. All right, so this recipe is very simple blueberry homemade jam, and I hope you give it a try. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting my YouTube channel, and I will see you. They're very hot, and I will see you on my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.